So 10 years ago, we set about trying to solve the problem of economic inclusion. And it took 10 years because we took no shortcuts. And today is epic because there's a massive change happening. And I think cooperatives in South Africa have an unfortunate history. The government, like in many areas, we have the best policy. It just was never implemented. So a couple of weeks ago, cooperative industry, some leaders under small business development, got all the players together, all the technical people, and we said, how do we address these challenges facing cooperatives? And, when people talk about the fourth industrial revolution, you can't win the fourth industrial revolution by having a mission. You can't win the fourth industrial revolution by having meetings. You win the fourth industrial revolution by having platforms. And the time for talking is over. For the last 10 years, we put all the pieces together to now really address the problem. And it's a combination of cooperatives and capitalism, because capitalism is failing. One thing I didn't want to do today was to focus on the numbers. We don't have time to look at the scoreboard anymore. South Africa has the biggest gap between rich and poor in the world, and it's growing. Whilst I'm sitting here talking, it's growing. So what we need to do is we need to turn that around. We need to turn it around fast. And if we don't do it fast enough, we're going to end up in disaster. When I started this 10 years ago, social grants were 75 billion. This year it's going to be 150 billion. We cannot sustain it. The joblessness, we can't. So how are we going to do it? Well, it's actually simple. The recipe exists. It's out there.
Listen to the full podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you enjoy your content. Sunny goes into detail on just how we've built the model for sustainable economic development, the steps we've taken so far, and what's next for you, this country, and ultimately planet Earth. Please share this. Let's disrupt the system and effect real change. It's time. Thanks so much for listening. Cheers.